Hey, what is up guys? In this video I'm going to show you 3 different mods I've made to my hood and I think they're awesome. You guys should definitely check them out. Oh. So yeah, this is just a completely random video idea I had. I was working on the YJ the other day. We're getting ready to take it to the Molina Ghost Run and do some rock crawling up there. It's about a week away, so it's just the time to start getting everything ready for the run. And as I'm doing that, I'm checking all the bolts, I'm doing a fluid check, and to do that, I had to pop the hood. And you know, I was just kind of like, took a step back and I was looking at the YJ and thinking, I really love how the hood turned out, and I had to make 3 mods to it to make all these things happen. It works so well, it looks good. I wanted to share it with you guys, so I'll put these all down in the description, a link to the parts so you can check them out, buy them if you want. Without any further ado, let's check them out. So my number 1 and the first thing that I did was cutting the hood. The Jeep has made some huge changes in just this last year. If you looked at a picture of it like a year ago to what it looks like now, it looks totally different and it works a lot different. One of the first things you notice about this Jeep when you look at it is how high these fenders are, and you just notice the hood looks strange compared to a normal YJ. Well, the biggest part of that is my first mod that I wanted to talk about, and that is these Genrite high fenders. So we already have a video on the install of these high fenders. I'll put it up here for you guys to check out if you'd like. The thing we had to do to put these on was to trim the hood. So you can see this body line right here, that's pretty much where the hood went down to previously. So you can see we chopped about 3 inches off the hood and made it a lot shorter. So why is this such a big deal? Well, look how much room we have for this tire. We had 33 1050s on before without changing anything with the suspension, so no more lift, are running a 38. We actually took 2 inches of body lift off the Jeep. We lowered it 2 inches and it still has more than enough room for a big tire. So we were able to get a way bigger tire on there without lifting it. To me, that is a huge deal. Cutting the hood is kind of a nerve-wracking thing. I didn't do the best job cutting it. You can see there's a little bit of a gap here. I could fix it, but to me it's just not too noticeable and I think it looks fine like this. And I just have a little bit of gasket here. Cutting it, we just used an angle grinder and then put a little bit of that gasket on there to seal it up. There's a couple spots we had to smooth it out, but for the most part it was a pretty easy process. Number 2 is getting some new hood mounts. I went with the flush mount hood pins that are pretty slick. Now with most Jeeps, either YJ, TJ, even the newer ones, they have a hood latch system that runs off the fender. So I could have used the ones from the YJ. You can just see the remnants of it right there. There was a little kind of a hook thing right here, and then we had the big latch that hooks onto it to close the hood. So you have the hood latch that keeps it closed, and then these kind of just secure it down on both sides so it's not rattling around and all that. I decided I didn't want to cut into my nice aluminum Genrite fenders, and I thought it looked good like this, you know. I didn't want to put any additional stuff on there, so I ended up going with these matte, kind of like almost like a flat finish flush mount hood pin setup, and this is pretty cool. So all you have to do to get these up, push down on them, push down on this one, and then pop the hood and they come open. So what I decided to do with this was take off the hood support that goes right here and just kind of got rid of all that, the brackets and whatnot, and then just drilled out on this part of the support and this part of the support in the same place. And then you can see them there. I still have this part open, and then there's like an 1.5 inch nut that holds that up there. So all I did is I just put some grease on these, lowered the hood to touch them, and then I knew that's where I was going to need to drill. So to adjust how tight these are, you can see how much thread is down there. It's a lot. This is probably about 3 inches of thread, so you can go up and down with it to, you know, depending on where you're going to mount yours. People do it in a lot of different places. I've seen people do them right here on this part of the grill. I thought this was an easy spot, and when you look at the hood from the outside, you can see that where I chose just makes a lot of sense, and I think it looks pretty good like that. One thing that does suck about the way I did it is kind of hard to drill a circle right there because it's right on the angle. But we have a video of this and the process wasn't too bad. You can do this on almost any vehicle, so really cool. I got the nice ones. There are a lot of cheap knockoff ones of these, so if you get the wrong one, they're gonna fade really fast. They might not work. Your hood might get stuck closed. So definitely think about that if you're gonna do it. Then when you're ready to close it, you can just let it drop and they pop out again. They also have a locking version that requires a key to get them open. I didn't think I was really going to need that. It's not like we've got an LS under here, you know, Dodge Viper engine or something. Just the old inline six, so I got the regular ones. Number 3 is a hood strut system that holds the hood up by itself and actually raises it by itself, which is really nice. So once you have those hood pins in there, you take that hood support away, there's not really a way to hang up the hood anymore. So when I'm in the garage, the Jeep is too tall, I have to just put like a 2x4 or something in there, or what I do a lot of the time, you can see evidence of it right here, this kind of like dust line that's on there. I would just prop it up against the windshield, but even that is, you know, not great. I decided to go with a strut kit for the YJ hood, and the kit I got is for the YJ and the TJ, but with some modifications you can make it work on the YJ pretty easily. So I'll show you how well it works. It actually works too well to the point where when I open this up I need to adjust it because it kind of just goes boom, and it's a little bit too strong. And one of the things about cutting this hood is when you trim the sides, you lose a little bit of that rigidity in the hood, so it's kind of floppy. But overall, this mod is probably my favorite of all of them because I just love how effortless it is. So there's like the neutral spot, but once you push it up all the way, it does it on its own. You can see it kind of bouncing a little bit because, like I said, it's so strong. But these struts, you can move them on this support and you can choose a different location right here. So I definitely need to put it on a different setting. I think I need to move it down a little bit just so it's not as strong, but that's how it opens up right there. No more worrying about propping it up on the windshield or getting a 2x4 in there. It's awesome. So like I mentioned briefly, one of the things to consider when you're doing this is these grill supports in the YJ aren't symmetrical. If you look where that one is versus where this one is, and look at the distance they are from the center, this one's a little bit closer. So, you know, mine are going out at different angles. You know, I didn't really follow the directions in the way I attached them, but there's so much flexibility in how you mount this system. I mean, you could do it many different ways. To close it is pretty easy. If you have a hood that isn't trimmed and it's still pretty rigid, grab it anywhere and close it. For me, I lost some of that rigidity when I cut it, so you have to be a little bit careful where I put my hand on it, but it doesn't take a lot of force. And like you saw earlier, I just drop it, the pins catch it, and we're all good. So those are my 3 mods I've done so far. More to come for sure. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I know it's something really simple and it's kind of a weird thing to make a video out, but just happy with how it turned out. You know, it's nice when things work together like that. Relatively low cost, not counting the fenders, of course. But thanks for checking out the video, guys. If you want to see more, we will be coming back from Molina next weekend, so it's about a week away. Hopefully we'll have a video out about that, depending if my passenger wants to get out and film, or maybe if they want to drive, I'll record them. But thanks for checking out this video. We'll catch you in the next one.